Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol TEUM. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like a few weeks worth of time, well, let's do this. While this here may look like the few weeks, it's actually just 2 days broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to do this time frame. Thing does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. I did this analysis yesterday, so that's where the green line right there is coming from. And that also is going to play a role here because from a presentation standpoint, yeah, this chart is actually pretty tricky right now. What do I mean by that? Well, if you are a day trader and you bought right there, or maybe you bought right there and you wanted to sell within 25 minutes after buying, then yeah, for you, the chart looks pretty rough. Now, if you care about the big picture of things, and yeah, I get it, there was a pretty big pullback from its highs. But from the big picture, the bulls do still have plenty of opportunity to build a higher base. And as long as you have higher bases being built over longer periods of time, that's how long-term uptrends are constructed. I'm going to be talking about things from a big picture perspective. So if I sound crazy calling something bullish, my guess would be you just had a much different perspective going in. And really, this all circles back to the level that I talked about yesterday, right here at right around $3.20, give or take a few cents. But let's say the price essentially comes back and, back test this a few more times. Yeah, didn't quite hit it right there, but I think we're going to agree got, within the realm. So it comes down here, bounces around, and then starts to work its way back upwards. Emphasis on big picture. From the big picture perspective, what would you have? Well, you'd have a set of lows right here. You'd have that low right there. You'd have these lows down there. If you picture these as stair steps, then from the big picture, you'd have these overall stair steps still very clearly heading in the upwards direction. Again, I 100% realize that if you're a day trader and you bought up there, then you couldn't care less about these levels. But that's why I try to offer up the warning that I would be talking about things from a grand scheme of things perspective. Even if the price can hold above the 320 mark, you still do have the purple line down there, which is the famous 50-period simple moving average. So I would consider that more of the must-hold level. But as it stands right now, I mean, the price hasn't even technically tested 320, so that level is still, very much in play from a level of support standpoint. In terms of levels of resistance, as it stands right now, I'm going to go ahead and call it 340. Yeah, I realize the price got above there a couple of times, but in my mind, there's just more price congestion right around that area. So for me, 340 is going to be public enemy number one going forward. All in all, though, yeah, today there was a pullback, but the bulls still have plenty of opportunity to build a higher low. So we'll see if they can get that job done or not. One of the biggest questions that I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.